their own families behind with considerable stress, I'm guessing, at home, and their friends as well, and going into work every day now with a shortage of masks to protect you, and we need you in this fight as long as you can be in this fight. What does that do to morale at work?
So with the CDC announcing that, you know, in a shortage where there are no masks for staff to wear bandanas, and we have people in the community making homemade masks, which really means a lot to us. That's not PPE. Those devices are unknown what level of protection they provide for folks. So what we would rather see is everyone to put down your sewing machines and call our elected officials and put pressure on them to get us the PPE we need now.
Lastly, so to that point, call your elected officials. When you hear the president and people at the White House say, we don't need to use our full authorities, we don't need to use the Defense Production Act, which most Americans probably doesn't know exists, wartime power, to order a factory to produce this many masks, do it as quickly as you can, because all these companies, they say, are coming forward and volunteering. Are you confident that will work?
We've heard reports of a few companies stepping up, and we're very thankful for that. Implementing the Defense Protection Act without triggering production is like downloading a food delivery app on your phone and patting yourself on the back for solving world hunger. We need to see real action now, and we can't wait until we're in the midst of a crisis and not have what we need.
Rick Lucas, I want to thank you for joining us today, but most importantly, I want to thank you for what you're doing every day in Ohio to help people get through these trying times. I really appreciate your perspective and your good cheer. Come back and see us as we go through this, so hopefully that situation gets better for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick also raising eyebrows after saying he's willing to risk his own health and others of his own age by lifting social distancing rules to boost the teetering economy. Patrick, who turns 70 years old next week, is of course among the high-risk population that could be most affected by coronavirus. Seniors face a higher risk of severe illness from this virus. But the Texas Republican says grandparents like himself, a lot of them, would be willing to risk their lives to protect the economy.
No one reached out to me and said, as a senior citizen, are you willing to take a chance on your survival in exchange for keeping the America that all America loves for your children and grandchildren? And if that's the exchange, I'm all in. My message is that let's get back to work. Let's get back to living. Let's be smart about it. And those of us who are 70 plus, we'll take care of ourselves, but don't sacrifice the country.
Ron Nirenberg is the mayor of San Antonio, Texas, and joins us now. Mayor, you have a stay-at-home, work-safe order for the 1.5 million people in your city to slow the spread of the virus. When you hear the lieutenant governor say things like that, what's your reaction?
Good to be with you, John. And you know, it's easy for someone of power and privilege to say something so callous. But what Dan Patrick is coming to learn is something that most Americans have known for a long time, which is that a single health event can become catastrophic. I would tell you, as mayor of San Antonio, I'm not willing to sacrifice any one of my residents, let alone those workers who are on the front lines of this battle, the healthcare workers, or the 100,000 plus veterans in this community who are older Americans who have served this country. It's time that we step up and serve them.
Does it make it harder when you say you need a stay-at-home order in place in your city, when you have others in authority? We see sometimes this in Washington where the President of the United States says something, and then the public health professionals have to come forward and contradict the President, maybe politely or maybe carefully, but the President says one thing and they have to say another. When you're a mayor trying to convince your residents, social distance, only go outside if you need to, please stay at home, please help me, and you have other public officials, people